Hi everyone, my name is Tracy and I'm a librarian at the Elk Ridge branch of the Howard County Public Library. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the task of potty training. Potty training can seem like a very daunting task as a parent. And I'm not gonna lie, it's hard work and it gets pretty messy, but it is also totally worth it to be done with the diapers. I'm going to go over some tips, tricks, and techniques from the American Academy of Pediatrics that you can use at home to help conquer the potty monster. First, you want to make sure your child is ready for potty training. Using the potty requires that children be able to identify when they need to go and have the muscular control to hold it until they reach the bathroom. Some signs of readiness include things like showing an interest in going to the potty, or if they like copying your behavior and really act like they want to be independent. If your child wants to do everything themselves, then they are probably ready to start tackling this skill. If your child can tell you that they need to use the potty or that their diaper is dirty, that is also a great sign that they are ready for potty training. If your child can follow some simple instructions, then they can probably follow the instructions that they will need to be able to follow to go to the bathroom successfully by themselves. And you should look to make sure that your child can keep their diaper dry for at least 2 hours. This demonstrates that they have the muscular control to actually hold their pee. You do not need to wait until your child wakes up dry in the morning. That used to be a sign of readiness that people were told to look for, but they really don't need to be able to do that. Nighttime potty training tends to come a good bit later than daytime potty training. If they are, though, that is an excellent sign that they are ready to start potty training. And finally, if your child is capable of pulling pants up and down by themselves, then that's also a really good sign that they are ready for the skills needed to go and use the potty. Once you feel like your child is ready, there are some things that you're going to need as a parent before you start the potty training process. The first thing is you are going to need either a small child-sized potty for them to use or a child-sized toilet seat attachment and step stool. It's your choice of whether or not you want to use that little child potty as a first step. These can seem safer to children because they're low to the ground and kind of allow them to go potty with you while you're using the toilet if you keep it in the bathroom. So that can be a great way to kind of start that potty training process by allowing them to mimic you. The downside is having to clean them out every time your child uses it. And trust me, if you don't, they will dump it out themselves, possibly over someone's head. So be prepared to clean that out a lot. Going straight to the big toilet can save time and will help with potty training when traveling and going to different locations. Having a small step stool in front of the toilet is absolutely essential so that your child can easily get on and off the toilet by themselves and has something to put their feet on so that they feel secure. The second thing you're going to need is pull-up diapers and underpants. You don't need to have pull-up diapers, but they can make life a little more convenient when you are traveling and can kind of catch those accidents while still being able to be pulled up and down like underwear. So a lot of times while going through the potty training process, these can be very great for nap time when you're traveling someplace in the car or out at a store, just so that you don't have to worry about cleaning up any accidents in those locations. But you will absolutely need child-sized training underwear. And you can get those at most stores. You can purchase them online or from Target or Walmart. Please make sure that when you are getting those, that you take your child with you and let them help pick them out. They can come with all kinds of different story characters on them and different colors, and letting your child actually help pick those out can kind of really encourage them to keep them dry and clean. So you really want them to love their potty training underwear. It is very important to have your child be wearing the potty training underwear as opposed to a diaper when going through the potty training process. This way, when they have an accident, they can actually feel themselves get wet. If they're wearing pull-ups or diapers, they don't get that feedback that helps them develop the association between feeling the need to go to the bathroom and getting wet. So yes, you will be cleaning up puddles of pee a lot at first, but it will get easier as they start to associate the feeling of a full bladder with needing to go to the bathroom. Step 3, you are going to need to pick a reward system. Young children need an immediate reward for doing what you want them to do. They're not really capable of delayed gratification or working towards some sort of big prize. You can certainly use that as part of your training reward system, but they really need to see something every single time they are using the bathroom successfully. Some people will use stickers with a chart to help kind of keep track, and they get to pick out their sticker. There's a lot of sites that you can download free reward charts from on the internet. So that's always a great way to kind of help your child keep track of their progress. Food treats also tend to be a really great motivator. You would want to use a small candy, something like an M&M, as a little treat where they would get one candy every time they go to the potty. If you don't like giving your child chocolate or something that's sugary, a really great alternative are those fruit gummies. They're not super healthy, but they still have that sweetness that makes them feel like they're getting a sugary treat when as a reward when they use the bathroom. Number 4, you want your child to be wearing elastic waist pants. Skip anything with buttons, zippers, snaps. Your child is not going to be able to get those up and down easily as they start using the bathroom. So pants with elastic waists so that they can start learning how to get their pants up and down by themselves. And finally, you want to get some items that can help make your child excited about using the potty. These can include books about going potty, songs to sing on the potty, or even special toys to help make the process more fun and exciting. The next step is to come up with your potty training plan. There are a lot of different methods to try to help potty train your child. If your child goes to daycare or has another caregiver, I recommend working with them so that everybody is using the same method. This can really help with setting expectations and establishing consistency between different caregivers. Your potty training should include all aspects of going to the bathroom: turning the light on, pulling down pants, getting onto the potty, going potty, getting off the potty, wiping, pulling up their pants, flushing, washing their hands. Flushing the toilet should be included. However, this step can be taught a little bit later, especially if your child has very sensitive hearing or the sound of toilets flushing really scares them. That way they're not having something that's intimidating them, preventing them from wanting to learn to use the bathroom. One method that is very popular and is really highly recommended is the child-led method. Some children are so excited to copy mom or dad that just having the potty stuff for them in the bathroom and allowing them to come in and mimic you as the adult is enough to get them successfully using the bathroom. The more they do it, the better they get at it, and over time, they will start using the potty more and more. This is especially helpful when they are curious about the bathroom and want to follow you in every single time you go. I know we have all been there when your child has to follow you every time you go to the bathroom. So this is a great way to kind of take advantage of that desire to be in the bathroom with you for them to be learning a new skill. And it also really helps normalize using the potty and taking advantage of that interest. This is a great, very low stress way to work on this skill gradually over time. Other children might need a more regimented plan. The 3-day potty training method has been very popular, but it does require spending 3 straight days in the bathroom. And it can actually cause a lot of stress for your child. So in some ways, it can actually kind of backfire on that because it is a very high pressure type of methodology. There are other ones that are a little bit more in between, where it is regimented, but it's not as high stress as the typical 3-day method. One method that I have used with great success working at a child care center was what we called the 20-minute method. In this case, you would take your child to the bathroom to sit on the potty every 20 minutes during their awake hours. You will need to physically set a timer to go off 20 minutes after they leave the bathroom. And for the first few days, just having them sit on the potty for a few minutes is enough to get a reward. That way, they can start learning the entire potty process without the pressure to actually produce pee on demand. After a few days, after they get the steps down, then they only get their reward once they put some pee or poop in the potty. And the idea behind this every 20 minutes is that you are actually likely to get them to pee in the potty at least a couple of times a day. And it can really help kind of minimize the accidents that they are having and having to clean up. And if they do go pee in the potty, make sure you go absolutely crazy. Make a huge deal over it. Praise, 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 praise. Give them an extra reward. If your child is having trouble letting go and kind of relaxing enough to pee while sitting on the potty, try just turning the faucet in the sink on to just a little trickle, because that sound of running water can kind of help things come out. This method is time consuming, but it can really help get your child accustomed to using the bathroom more quickly than the more kind of gentle method of just letting it be very self-directed by the child to more adult controlled, but it's not as high pressure as, say, like the 3-day method. If you do decide to use a method like this, I do recommend planning to be at home as much as possible, kind of minimize traveling for those first few weeks. If you do have to, that's a great time to pull out those pull-ups or something instead. Obviously, when out running errands with your child, it can be kind of impossible to be maintaining a 20-minute time frame for bathroom breaks, but at least trying to go and use the bathroom once or twice while out can be very beneficial for helping them kind of adjust to taking this new skill out into public areas with them and getting used to seeing different bathrooms and using different bathroom situations. Some people do prefer to start potty training using poop first. Others use pee. Many children are more aware of when they are pooping and how to use their muscles to control the poop, which is really important in potty training. We all know that they like to go out and hide when they have to go. So teaching them that the bathroom is where we go to do that is a really excellent first step. However, most children are only going to poop once or twice a day. So establishing a routine becomes very difficult when you go with the poop first method. Whereas if you're focused more on peeing, that's something that's going to be happening very frequently through the day and gives them more opportunity to practice and learn the skill a little bit faster. Some children really balk kind of at the idea of putting their poop in the potty. Some of this has to do with the change in position of sitting down versus squatting. Squatting is actually the more natural position for pooping. So sometimes an extra reward that they earn for putting poop in the potty could kind of help motivate them. It's certainly something that a lot of times children will be potty trained for pee before they get potty trained for pooping. A few final notes. Always remember to stay calm. Don't scold, discipline, or shame your child for having accidents during this process. It's really important that everything stays very positive and as fun as possible. You don't want to create any kind of negative feelings around the potty that can kind of cause regression or more reluctance to use the bathroom. And be prepared. Keep a change of underwear and clothing handy at all times, especially at school or childcare. In fact, Keep multiple sets just to be on the safe side. Don't leave home without some extras for quite a long time until your child really has things down pat. Potty training in warmer weather can actually be really great because you can spend more time outside, or even go pantsless in your yard or house to kind of help your child recognize when they need to go. And finally, if your child is really struggling, please consult with our pediatrician to make sure that there isn't any sort of medical issues that might need to be addressed. If you would like more information about toilet training, you can check out books from your local library like these. This is Caring for Your Baby and Young Child by the American Academy of Pediatrics. We also have the No Cry Potty Training Solution, Stress-Free Potty Training, Mommy, I Have to Go Potty, Ready, Set, Go. And for children who may have more specialized needs, we do have books like Toilet Training for Individuals with Autism and Other Developmental Issues. I hope that you have found this informational video helpful and has helped create some excitement about starting the potty training journey. Good luck with everything and happy potty training.